everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now I haven't uploaded in like a month, but I'm back today and I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for surviving the first month of sixth form basically. Let's get into it. So my first tip is to stay on top of things. Now this is so important in the first month of sixth form because you're going to be very overwhelmed. Especially I was very overwhelmed with the amount of work. In the first sort of week you don't actually realise, but then you get to the second week and you're like, oh my god. So my tip would be to come home from school and do maybe just an hour of work. Just catch up on what you did in the day, do any homework you got given, because trust me, if you leave your homework or you leave your work, it will all build up in literally a few days and you'll be really stressed out. Personally, what I do is I come home and just get straight on with work. I'll have a 5-minute break and get a snack, but I'll just get on with any homework I got, and then it's so much better. You can just have the evening off and you don't have to worry about getting homework done. And this weekend I've actually had no work to do because I've done it every night of the school week. And I just find it a lot easier to do work while you're in the school week because, who wants to do work on the weekend? No one. So yeah, staying on top of things is very, very, very important. Now my second tip is to keep an organised folder or organised folders. Now I do maths, biology, physics and psychology, all of which have a lot of content, as I'm sure every A-level does. But you need to keep your folder organised because things will get lost, you will lose things will get crumpled up. You need to make sure you're on top of your folders. Get dividers to divide the different topics, but keeping an organised folder is very, very, very important for meeting deadlines and things, because trust me, you will lose stuff very easily. There's so much paper, so much work that you need to have it organised. Thirsty work, all this filming. Okay, so my third tip is sort of not really based on the curriculum, it's sort of about extracurricular stuff. So in sixth form it's really important that you join as many things as possible, because in year 13 you're going to be sending off your UCAS application, and if you have nothing to write on there, then what university is going to want you? Probably no one. You need to make sure you participate in extra things. For example, my school does a maths challenge, physics Olympiad thing, little sessions of help at lunchtime. It's so important that you go along to things like that because they are there to help you. And honestly, if you make the effort to go along to these help sessions, you'll probably know stuff that a lot of other people who don't bother to go, they don't know. And then you already have an advantage. And I know that it's annoying, like you feel like you're wasting your lunchtime, but honestly with A-levels, if you don't understand it as you go along, you're going to be in trouble. And I'm speaking from having about 1 month of A-levels, and yeah. Even if it's not sort of an academic club that you do, just join like a sports club or something. You can help out with the charity week, like at my school we have a charity week, and you can help out with stuff like that. And yeah, you do need to have something outside of school that just chills you out, so if you do something outside of school that's great, but also make the effort in school to make sure that you're putting a lot into the subject. Because at the end of the day you have chosen those subjects for your A-levels, so you've got to be interested in them in the first place to choose them, so you might as well go and find out more. Okay, so my fourth tip is to just try and chill out. You need to take year 12 one step at a time. You need to get a nice routine sorted out for your revision or your tests, because trust me, in the first sort of month you're going to be bombarded with tests and exams and stuff like that. For example, in biology we have an end of topic test after every topic, and a topic seems to take about a week to cover, because you just cover that much content in one lesson. Like you could cover so much content in one lesson and you don't even realise. So just go home, take a step back, chill out, and just, figure out what you need to revise and just make it into flashcards and revise it. And you know what? You're not going to get A's at the start of year 12, like that's ridiculous, no one gets that. So don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. Like, I know it's A-levels and it's stressful, but you do need to try and just chill out, because you have 2 years to learn this course. It's going to be stressful, yes, but you just need to take it one step at a time, one subject at a time. And personally for me, I'm going to drop one subject anyway. I can't really deal with 4. I think most people are better off with 3. But yeah, you just need to take one topic at a time, make sure you understand it and don't let it overwhelm you. Keep on top of things and you'll be fine. And my final tip is to put in extra work. Now, this is so important for A-levels. Wider reading is what's going to be the difference between getting an A and an A star. Especially in sciencey subjects, for biology, you need to do a lot of wider reading because some of the questions they could ask you, you know, for example in that GCSE about the axolotl, like no one knew what that was, but if you would have done some wider reading, you potentially would have come across that, and that will give you the advantage in the end. So even if it's just like making some extra notes, going a bit further on the course, even if it's just stuff like that, like make the effort to do it. I do maths, so personally for me, I will print off like loads of practice sort of sheets, and I'll do those even if it's not the topic we're doing, just for extra practice, exam practice, because to be honest, you don't really have time to do that in class because it's such a fast pace. So you need to make sure that you're going home and putting extra effort into it. Also links in with the fact that if you don't understand something, you need to sort it out then and there. Go home, make the effort to watch videos on YouTube on it, you know, read some notes on it, however you learn, but make sure you don't leave it, because trust me, it will pile up and you will get a list of like 100 things that you don't understand, and you don't want to get that. So I know it's painful in the moment, but you need to go home and just make yourself understand it. Then trust me, you will feel so much better for it. Like I come home and do about an hour of work, and then until maybe like 5 or 6, and then I can have the whole rest of the night off, and I feel so good because I feel like I've put in the effort. Do you know what I mean? And then I can relax. But if I don't put in the effort and there's still something I don't understand, I'll just be stressed about it the whole time. Me, in a few years' time, when you do your A-levels, it will pay off, definitely. If you feel like it's dragging on and you're not getting anywhere, you need to keep going, because it might not pay off right now, but come A-level time in like next year. Wait, not next year. 2020. Oh my god, I'm getting stressed. 2021. 2021. Okay. It's alright guys, we have time. You will be sorted. Your revision will not have to be as intense because you have done it throughout the school year and you haven't let a list build up of things you don't understand. Yeah. I feel like such a hypocrite. I literally just said chill out and then I'm like, do all this extra work, blah 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 blah. But that's honestly what you have to do. You have to find a balance. So I really hope this video was helpful for some of you. I hope if you're in year 12 right now, it's going really well, and year 13 as well. And if you did enjoy, hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you in my next video, guys.